On my way. Bob, Sarah cries. Grab that dog, Maya yells. I spent a good part of my life running from a certain guy named Mac, and I still have my moves. I twist and spin and dip. And before you can say, yes, sirree, Bob, they've given up. I backtrack, slip under a bench, and make my way to Ruby. Ruby, I whisper, I gotta go. Something important's come up. You and Ivan, see if you can find George and Julia. I want to come, Ruby says, stomping her right front foot in the huge puddle. You need to keep an eye on Ivan, I say. Make sure Kiani doesn't drive him loco with her sobbing. I'll go back. I'll be back before you know it. I don't wait for an answer. I'm off into the wild, into the world filled with wind and rain, with wolves and alligators, with a voice that could rip my heart in two. 3. Looking. Ivan used to ask me what I did when I wasn't hanging out at the Exit 8 Big Top Mall and Video Arcade. I, I wasn't like the rest of the animals, caged, trapped. I told him I was scrounging for food, and he never questioned it. When you think about it, though, where's a better place to find food than floor of a mall at the end of the day? Yeah, I wasn't looking for food. I was looking for her, for boss. What if? At first, I didn't admit it to myself. You know, how it is when you wish for something so bad you're afraid to say it out loud because what if it never happens? It was like that. I knew the odds were crazy long. I knew I was nuts. And yet, I went out day after day searching for her. 6. There had been 6 of us in the litter. So why was I only looking for her? Because her bark I'd heard. After the box landed, even after the truck roared past. I heard it, a whimper bark, hollow cry, something I've never heard since. She survived, at least at first. I survived. The rest of them didn't. Relieved. And what did I do when I heard that bark? Did I run towards it? Did I try to find her to save her? No, no. I was just a few weeks old, helpless, useless. The cries stopped almost as soon as they started. And you know what? Part of me was relieved. I didn't want to have to go back onto the highway. I couldn't bear wanting to rescue her and not knowing how. I didn't want to see her die, but mostly I was afraid. Coward. I was afraid. A coward. There's a certain freedom that comes with owning your faults. The wind. Every day I went looking for Boss, up and down that same barren stretch of highway. Sometimes I'd catch a hint of something hopeful on the air and think it was my sister's scent. I'd be certain the breeze had brought me her voice, like an invisible gift. The wind can really mess with your head. Enough. After a while, I stopped going to the highway, stopped looking. It was a relief to give up. I had enough to worry about.